Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about the importance of setting and meeting goals. Goals are important because they are kind of what lead us from one point in our life to another point in our life based on our interests. And when you're considering setting a goal for yourself, I think it's extremely important to think about why this is so valuable to you and why it will make such a difference in your life. For example, if you are thinking about going to medical school and you want to become a doctor because you want to cure diseases or you have someone in your life who died from a particular illness, that's a pretty valid goal, and because it's important to you. Only you can determine whether that has value in your life. However, if you hear from a lot of people that it's really important to make money and that's pretty much the only reason why you want to become a doctor, not because it actually has value to you, then it might not be as good of a goal to set. And I think that the reason why it's so important to think about, the motivating factors behind a goal is because if it really is important to you and it's something that you really want, this will help to motivate you to complete that goal and it will hold you accountable to that goal. I also think it's really important to visualize yourself meeting your goal because it will help to give you an idea of, hey, is this really what I want to do? And is this really something that will make me happy in the long run? And something else that you could also do is maybe to talk to someone else who has already met that goal, because then you can get a realistic idea of what it's like. So aside from really putting yourself out there and visualizing yourself meeting that goal, it's really important to come up with some kind of plan that will get you there. So an example of this would be if I wanted to gain, a couple hundred subscribers in 6 months, I would need to make a weekly goal of how I would actually go about that. So that means I would make a goal for myself to post at least one video every week and maybe a couple of blog posts a week and do my marketing plan for that and just set goals per week. So that will help to keep me a lot more accountable and just on top of things. Doing this will also help me to feel like I'm really doing something to meet my goal. And if you feel like you are accomplishing something, then this will also help to keep you more motivated. So as you can see, this really goes full circle. So after making these weekly or monthly goals for yourself and doing this for a couple of weeks or months, I think it's really important to reevaluate your current plan to see if it's actually working. Because if it's not working, then you need to figure out why and then change it. There is nothing worse than continuing to do the same thing that clearly is not getting you anywhere. Like, obviously you need to change something about that. I think that aside from just losing motivation, probably the second biggest thing that keeps people from meeting their goals is just doing the same thing over and over again that just is not effective. So if you are trying to reevaluate your plan and you really don't know where to go, I think it's really important to talk to professionals in that industry, maybe reach out to some people on LinkedIn, and just brainstorm some ideas. And it can also be really helpful to talk to friends as well, and friends that are also trying to set and meet goals as well, just because they can help give you a fresh perspective on your plan and to help keep you accountable. So something else that I definitely recommend doing when trying to meet a goal is creating visual reminders for yourself, just to help you keep track of what you're doing and to stay motivated. This could take the form of maybe writing a quote somewhere and putting it in a place that you could see it every day, or putting certain motivating pictures in a place that you'll see them all the time, just to keep you on track and to keep you motivated and excited about what you're doing, because it can be really easy to lose motivation and just to stop feeling excited over a certain period of time, and also to lose track of the bigger picture. But the best goals take the longest amount of time. So it's really, really important to stay true to what you want to do and keep doing it. Just remember that no matter how crazy your goal is or how big it may seem, there will always be people that tell you that you cannot do it. I've had it said to me, other people have had it said to them, and it's always something that will happen. There will always be doubters and there will always be haters, but you cannot listen to what they say because they don't know. They don't know what they're talking about, and a lot of the time when people don't think that they can do something themselves, they try to create that insecurity in other people. I'd also like to say that you don't really know how far you can go until you push yourself to your limits. So even if your goal seems ridiculous and just so far-fetched you can't even imagine it, you will never know until you try. And some of the most, famous people or accomplished people in history never knew that they could do such things until they pushed themselves to do it. I think it's really important to remember that we don't really have limits, we just set limits for ourselves. So you can do anything that you put your mind to, and don't let anyone tell you any different. Okay, well, I really hope that you enjoyed this video and it was at least somewhat helpful, because goals are some of the most important things in our lives. They help us to accomplish things that are unique to ourselves, and without them, it's hard to set a path for where you're going. So if you have any comments or questions or even tips on how you were able to meet your goals, please comment in the box down below. As always, I hope that you all have a great week, and I will see you next time. Bye! So the first step...